me from another video. If you're joining me for the first time, hello! I've got white gloves on today. I'm doing a custom right after this, so I'm gonna need to protect, you know, the doll I'm customizing, and I need to protect my hands from all the stuff that's gonna be on her. And also, reason I'm putting them on early is because I'm opening up. Ta-da! I'm so excited. I'm opening up my fifth and certainly not my last smart doll. This one is a Valentine's present to me from my husband and my children, which came as a semi-surprise since the next one I was expecting. My best friend is sending me one, and at the end I'm going to have some options, and I want to see what people's opinions are on those options, because he's like, I want to get you another one, and I'm stuck as to which one I want next. I know which ones I like, I just don't know which one I want next. So just before we open up the one that my hubby got me, I currently own the Smart Doll Moment. Oh, here. I'm just like looking at the doll, my hand's like flying off to space. My first smart doll, which is this one here, which is a milk, and no longer, that skin tone is not available anymore. We will look at it though in our comparison at the end. So milk here, which is Starlight milk. You can still get her in cinnamon. She's one of my favorite sculpts because she is a very anime style. Then my girl here, who is the Smart Doll Justice with the short wig. I prefer her in the short wig rather than the long one. She's honestly my favorite girl in Coco. The face sculpt is gorgeous. And then in tea, I have Monday here. Now Monday's face sculpt is very, very different. And of course, I'm going to compare all the faces at the end, because if there's one thing I've heard a lot, when people look at the website, some of the comments that are made, even by my best friend, he's not a dolly person, is they all look the same. No way they all look the same. They are very, very different. And sometimes the differences are incredibly small. So we will look at the end at all the smart dolls. Anyway, enough waffle. So this is the Smart Doll Genesis. Now, she was on my want list, obviously. This bag that you get all your dolls in, it comes in a box, which is quite snug. The bag is pretty much made to fit into the box, or maybe the box is made to fit around the bag, but it's very, very snug. It's perfect. I love this bag. It says, keep calm and carry a smart doll. Then on the side you have Smart Doll designed by Danny Choo, and the quality of the bag, it's like a starched material. It's very strong. So if you're going grocery shopping or book shopping, which I have done with this bag before, it is perfect for holding them nice and straight. On the back, which some of my viewers helped me with when I first got Smart Doll, I had no idea what CJ meant. I was like, CJ? Well, it can't stand for Danny Choo, can it? Unless my alphabet has gone haywire. It actually stands for Culture Japan. So there we are. Whoop. We go down here. These are very much, I know a lot of children collect. I've seen pictures with children with them. But for me, much like the official BJDs, the BJDs, because there are a lot of cheap BJDs on the market right now, but the official BJDs, these are more an adult collector doll, in my opinion. You get your doll, and then you get an accessory box in the bag. So the first thing we're going to take out is the accessory box. And the one thing I want to show you with the doll is she becomes suddenly very big. So you get your box. Really great marketing. I love marketing with plain packaging, much like Fugglers. It makes your eyes look at what it actually is. So we've got Smart Doll designed by Danny Choo all over. But other than that, there's no, you know, bells hanging off the side. It is what it is. There we go. And then you see your doll. Now your doll is always in the bag with her legs behind her. So she comes out. Oh, just before I do it, Smart Doll Genesis. I'm so excited. I have been working so incredibly hard and then doing school stuff with my children that I've not been able to upload as much as I would like lately. And I do have some AliExpress dolls to put back up, and some actual official BJDs I brought that I would love to put up in a video. It's just when I can find time. Thank you guys for still always watching my videos and commenting on the other ones, etc. It's kept it going. So your doll is much in a, we'll put it that way, and then say L shape. Bring down her legs, and you can see how long she is. She is effectively a human female arm long. That's how tall these dolls are. Alright, so let's get rid of the bag and start with the accessory box. So onto the box, which has all your bits and bobs, your accessories that you order, and your things like wigs, etc. So depending on how much you order will depend on how obviously full the box is. There is something new in there, which, what is this? Oh wow, is that one of the Smart Doll t-shirt designs? Oh, Mirai Store Tokyo. Oh my goodness, this is actually going to make me a bit sad because I was meant to go to Japan 2 years ago just as COVID hit and all the borders got closed. So I still have a credit to go to Japan. One day I'll be there with my son. And my dream going to Japan, the biggest thing about going to Japan for me was visiting the store to pick my own Smart Doll. Now I wanted Smart Doll Destiny. I felt she was the closest match to who I am, etc. Unfortunately, she's unavailable, so I couldn't get her, and I'm still waiting to go to Japan. But look at this. They've sent a couple, are they the same design? Of the Mirai Store bags in it. Wow, these are beautiful, beautiful bags. Look at that. How gorgeous. We might keep those for when we go to some of the, we have like a Japanese expo and stuff in New Zealand. Might keep those so I can put my purchases in there. Save getting more bags. What have we got? Oh, now, Genesis to me is very Lara Croft, which means high energy and bouncing around and running around and fighting off the baddies and stuff like that. There's some, I get that vibe from looking at her. But, you know, they chose something which is completely the opposite. A very lazy Sunday knitted dress with socks. So, you know, maybe after Genesis has lived her secret life as a spy all week on the weekend, she just likes to snuggle up in a knitted outfit with socks. I may change her outfit as we progress, and this may actually move to my next doll. I do want Smart Doll official clothing on my next doll, so we might do a bit of a swap. We'll see how we feel about everything, but we'll see how she looks in this too. I might fall in love with her. So this was chosen for me, and it's very, very cute on the pictures. I'm looking forward to seeing it. I love how they have all these little things on the bottom of the bags. It's so cute. And there's a CJ there. So we've got that for the outfit. I'm going to waffle. I always waffle. That's my thing. My daughter's always like, you keep on talking, Mum. And it's like, yeah, well, I'm old. So I have the small bust and the large bust. If you look at my Smart Doll opening on Moment, who I call Lillian, you will see how I changed the medium bust to a large bust. And then, this is the other type of bust. It is a push-up bra. Gosh, my goodness, I forgot it's even written on there, push-up one. So for me, this is more something that Lillian would be wearing, or like someone with a dress. I don't know if this is going to look too good under this. We're going to have to see how it looks, but I'm going to do the change anyway. But effectively, this pulls the boobs together and gives them a bit of a push up, like it's just like it says. We'll try that on and we'll see how it goes. Then there is, of course, Genesis wigs. Now, Genesis comes with a short brown bob. I don't really have I know Lillian has like an ash blonde, but I don't actually have a blonde Smart Doll, which is interesting. I think maybe one day I'll get Athena. We'll talk about that at the end. One day I'll get Athena so I can tick off my blonde beauty, but so a dark brown short bob. I wonder if that's what that stands for, because look, it's got PU for push up and then SB, so short bob. That's what I'm guessing. Let me know if you know. Then something I'm so incredibly excited about. I have been salivating at photos of people with Smart Dolls who have the hand packages and can take photos of their dolls doing gestures with their hands. It makes them so more real. It makes them so more animated, even though it's a picture. I got this one picked for me. It is the 1-pack. I think there used to be up to 4, but I think there's only up to 3 now. I could be wrong about that. For the different colors, and it all, of course, depends on availability. But the reason this one was picked for me is I've constantly gone on about the little cat hands, you know, that meow, 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 the very Japanese cat hand poses. So this one has that in there, and it has the pointing finger. I really want the pointing finger. We've even got a thumbs up one up here, so let's test that at the end of the video. Cute. We'll look at all those. This comes standard with all Smart Dolls. The wig comes standard and this comes standard. So if you don't order anything else, basically in your box you'll get these 2 things. So the stand is the basic stand. There are different stands. I think there's an air stand which can help your Smart Doll kind of levitate as if she's jumping. There's a stronger stand of some sort. Those are things you'll have to look at the website. But the interesting thing with the stands, and something I absolutely love, is that the top part corresponds to the skin tone of your doll. So for example, with a Smart Doll Justice, who I've named Serena, Serena's stand is in cocoa. I like little touches like that. Things like that I think make, you know, just make you aware that the creator is looking that step above for excellence. And then you always get this. Now this Smart Doll here, Mirai. A lot of people ask me why I haven't bought Mirai. I know on Instagram I've had a few conversations and a few shocks when I say Mirai isn't in any way one of my favorite dolls. I won't be purchasing her. I'm sorry. Well, maybe one day I will if I run out of other ones that I like, which is probably not going to be an option. But she's basically, I guess, Danny's go-to doll. She goes in the pictures with him everywhere. I find her very basic looking. That's my issue with it. There's nothing wrong with her. If you like Mirai, that's up to you. You know, opinions, everybody's got them. And there is a bit of a right up there, a stop and first read the welcome guide. So basically a bunch of stuff there to just read through. Shows a bit of his humor. And that's what I've got in my box. Let's get to the doll. You're going to have to excuse it. I can't really get her in camera without throwing her way back here, which you're not going to get a good view. And I think the face is the main thing that everybody likes to look at. So they come in this big bubble wrapped bag, which you can just slide off. This is actually really good for, you know, for packaging and sending things overseas with. Repackaging, repurposing, and then they have a plastic bag around them. They come in this kind of like laying pose. So I took her out. Once you've pulled them out of the bag and stretched their legs out, they're in this laying thing, like they're laying in a coffin waiting to be awakened, really, with their arms at the side, and they come with the sports bra set, which is basically what you see. A very basic white bra and some white undies with little frills. My goodness, her face is beautiful. I know I'm going to say that a lot. I'm going to bring the camera up and let's look at the most important thing. The bodies on them are pretty much always going to be the same. There is no body blushing. There is no real difference I've seen in any of the bodies other than the skin tone. What you're paying for really is this here. Here is Smart Doll Genesis up close. I'm going to give you a profile towards the shadow and light. So here we are towards the light. Very sweet profile there. Quite a big dent between that and the nose. I think the profiles on some of the dolls are interesting to look at compared to each other because the nose shape really makes it. And there we are towards the shadow. Bringing her back into the middle here. She has a beautiful face. One of the most important things with dolls, I feel, is the eyes. So, unlike most of the other Smart Dolls where there's quite a dominant black in the eyeshadow and the eyeliner, her black part is just, her black eyeliner is just within the circle. Brown is more dominant on her coloring, and she doesn't have a lot of eyelashes. I'm looking at Monday up there, Starlight moment, Serena, from what I can see. There is a lot more eyelashes on those dolls. So her eyelashes is pretty much just an Egyptian flick. It's just an Egyptian flick to the side. There's more emphasis on the browns and the lids, if that makes sense. And of course she has a very deep brown eye. Can I get that in there so it's a bit better for you to see up close? I know when I'm watching doll videos, I like them up close where I can see all the details. Coming down to here, she has a light blush on her cheek, her eyebrows and the browns, straight across, giving her almost a thoughtful look, isn't it? She looks like she's contemplating something. She has a light pink with brown insert on her mouth, and her lips are quite defined compared to some of the other ones. Yeah, she's got quite big lips. Casey, well, Starlight in a moment have smaller ones, and same as Serena. She's got more lips like Monday. Her lips are quite strong. She does not have a pickable nose like Monday. Hers is just a little anime. You know, in some of the anime drawings, they just have basically a triangle nose. She's very, very anime triangle nose, isn't she? So that is Genesis' face. Let's get, first off, her wig on, and then we'll take off her head to put her clothes on. Let's play. All right, so I've got the wig here. I've got her face. Now, smart doll wigs are hard and easy at the same time to get on. I've seen people say this, that, the next thing about how to get them on. You have to just find the way that works for you. For what works for me is basically to place it at the back and then pull with my fingers. Now it's going to be harder because I've got gloves on as I'm trying to keep her as clean as possible, especially that white clothing as clean as possible. Okay, I finally got her wig on. It was a struggle with my gloves, so I actually took my gloves off to get it on, and then it was a lot easier because I could actually grip and pull down. But I was so incredibly worried because my hands are dirty underneath. My hands are dirty underneath, and I didn't want to damage her, and I was actually holding onto her face at one point and silently praying I wasn't going to smear anything, and thank goodness I haven't. At least it doesn't look like I haven't, so I'm glad. But all that aside, oh, isn't she incredibly beautiful? To me, she almost looks like a matured Starlight mold. Like she's got that those more mature eyes, and she looks like a woman. Whereas Starlight, I always look at her and I think older teen, young adult. For me, she looks like she's more late 20s, early 30s. That's my opinion, but yeah, that's what she looks like to me. So she definitely looks like she's an older adult, and I love it. She's very, very active looking. She knows what's up. So, something I forgot about that we need to do is give her a bust. Let's zoom down and see if I can do that with not too much worries. So the first thing we need to do is remove her head. Now, much like strung ball jointed dolls where you can pull them apart and put them back together, or some of them have, you know, parts you can pull out, or Monster High is a good one to put to. Most people know what Monster High is. You can pull your smart doll apart. Ah! So we're going to take off her head and her two arms, and of course her bra, since she is upgrading her cleavage. And then we get a bit of their skeleton. So smart dolls have an internal skeleton which helps them with their posability. It goes through their body, and basically you can see it's all mechanical, kind of. It's all mechanical for smart doll. There's so much movability in it, so much changeability. You can even get, like, you know, high heel shoes and stuff. You just go yank off these feet and put it on. I love when it kind of looks like this. As scary as it is, in some ways it makes me think cyborg, you know, and all this sort of stuff. But it also looks cool because it shows the thought process of what the designer did to make his dolls a bit different. We have a skeleton, and it's all these movable beads which assist with having a soft body and making it movable. And also kind of, I think the good thing with it is make it realistically movable rather than, you know, great feats that, unless you're double jointed in some areas, you can't usually do. All right, so we have the push-up bra. Let's have a look at them together. So sideways. Yep, thank you. Obviously this is a bit more round, a bit more bulbous, so yeah, we'll put this here. They definitely stand out a bit more, and then together these boobs are a more natural spread. Like if you're wearing a sports bra, that would be a natural spread, whereas these look like they've got the bras that are basically got the two cups on the side and going squeezing your boobs to give them this look, which looks much like butt cheeks. But oh, it's as easy as dun dun dun, if I can get the little thing through, that's one thing I love. So incredibly easy. Alright, so let's put the sports bra back on and see how it fits with a push-up bra. I'm not even sure it can get over it. I know it's a stretch on Smart Doll. Lillian has the large bust, and you can see her t-shirt is like stretched, which I don't actually like, because she's got that really cute No Sheep's Given t-shirt, but the sheep is like it's her t-shirt for her personality basically, so I don't want to change it, but I don't. Oh, this is actually really easy. Yeah, that was actually a lot easier, but the sports bra underneath, you can see the lining and it's stretched. Like I'm almost tempted to take it off, but then it would look like she's not wearing a bra. So it's kind of like 6 of one, half a dozen of another. I'm going to try it without a bra one day. At the moment, I'm just going to leave it as is. So that wasn't too bad. So let's have a look. So if you've got a dress, this is definitely for a dress or a, you know, a low cut t-shirt or top of some sort where you can appreciate those going together. That's not going to be the issue in this case. I don't actually think it's going to have a big impact with this. So this push-up bra is going to move to another Cinnamon doll. Obviously it cannot, this is Genesis and Cinnamon. Obviously it can't move to Lillian as she has the large bra, so I'll save this for a future doll. I'll keep it on her for now so it's nice and safe. Let's put the arms back on. Let's make sure we've got them the right way. I'm being the Little Nightmares doctor, aren't I? For anyone who knows like Little Nightmares, I love that game. I'm watching my friend play through it at the moment. I absolutely adore it. I love horror. And I think that the Little Nightmares does horror very, very well. Okay. I'm going to keep her head off because we're going to get to, and this may be easier to put on without a head, and I don't want to mess with that wig. I don't want to in any way knock that wig off and have the fight I just had before. Let's open this up. Doop. Doop. Now it's meant to have socks with, oh yep, it's cuddling the socks. So we have some long fluffy socks. Those look nice and warm, eh? Look like my socks actually. Except mine are pink. Alright, so we've got this. Now where's the Mirai tag? Usually, there we are. So you know, and in case you're a secondhand shopper like me and you're always looking for tags, the official Smart Doll clothing has, just like real clothes, tag which has Mirai printed on it. It is there on the side. I'm going to feel with my arm. Okay, it's not as fluffy as I thought it. I thought it would be like Angora wool, where it's super, super fluffy. No, it's got a bit of a nip in it, like normal wool, but it does look incredibly cozy. So here is the seam. We want to keep seams on the back. Let's have a look at the internal seams. Typical Smart Doll quality. I've raved about it in my other videos. I love the tiny, tiny stitching and details and how nice and neat it is. The jeans and the, you know, the school uniform are just amazing. I absolutely love them. Monday, you can't see her head at the moment, but even like the hat she's wearing, I love the seam lines. Whoever their seamstress is, I've said it before and I will say it again, I want to meet, if I went to the Smart Doll store, I would want to meet who does the clothing Even a bit more so than Danny Choo, because I love people that can make beautiful doll clothing, and the seamstress just needs a big hug, because I love, 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 love her work, or his work. It could be a boy for all I know. And just to say, I wish I could make clothing like you, because this is stunning. This is a real, you know, real talent to be able to make beautiful, beautiful lines like that. So exact, so nice, so neat, so clean. Love it. All right, enough waffle. Let's get this little snuggly on. It's not as snuggly as I thought, but it's definitely looks snuggly. Pull it down. I imagine this is going to be easier to get on than the jeans and the shirts, etc. Ah! Oh, her neck is poking through one of the holes. Oh no! I hope I didn't do any damage there. No, 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 thank goodness. The neck had gone through one of the little tiny woolen holes, but that's okay, for I pulled it too much. Didn't do any damage. Alright, let's put a fluffy down. She looking fluffy? She's looking awfully fluffy to me. Looking very, very nice. Now, one thing I'm going to say, and one thing which I wish I'd told them to add onto the order, but doesn't matter, is I was expecting this to be semi see-through. So you can see, and it shows on the camera there is her skin, there is her bra and her undies. You definitely want some sort of undergarments for this. And the one thing I wish that I'd added is a white t-shirt, because there needs to be a t-shirt under this. I don't really like clothing which is you know, I see people put up their smart dolls with their sexy lingerie and all that sort of stuff on. For me, it's like, oh yeah, I like it, but it's not really me. I kind of like my girls to look like girls, like women who are proud of themselves and all that sort of stuff. No, there's one guy on Instagram, I'm going to go on a bit of a tangent, who has a number of smart dolls, and he dresses them like ladies of the night, basically. And I always look at them and think, you poor sweethearts. You know, where is your jeans and t-shirt? But maybe that's what his girls like to do, so whatever. Who am I to judge, right? Okay, so let's get the arms the right way around. Sorry, my dear. Oh, she looks so snuggly. You do look so snuggly. She looks so snuggly and cute. I will do a close-up. Next, what we want to try is we want to try the hands. So I'm going to bring the camera down. No, actually no, that doesn't help because you can't see the hands with her. Let's do the hands up by her face, and I'll bring the camera in. We can look at all the different cameras. Right now she's Miss Stubby. Let's get to it. Here we have her standard hands. So these are basically, they look like they're semi-gripped, semi-closed, but they're not. So it's just kind of like a natural pose hand if they were laying down at the side of her. So let's go. So I'm going to try the hands I really, really wanted, which are these pointing hands. So when I'm doing, when I'm doing photos and things, I've got to make sure I get the right hands on the right thing, eh? Otherwise she's going to look a little funny. There we go. So right now she's telling us to check out the sky. Luckily it is not the birdie finger. She's saying, look upwards guys. Isn't this gorgeous? Doesn't she look like a picture just like this? What a beautiful, beautiful mature face on this doll. I love that the smart dolls have, in my eyes, different ages in their dolls. I definitely get late 20s, early 30s off this girl. I would not in any way see her as any younger. And then we're going to try, you know, make an old lady happy. Give a thumbs up. Let's try the thumbs up, my dear. Whoops. How do we do a thumbs? Thumbs up. Yay! Give a thumbs up. Or it's kind of like, check me out, guys. I'm gorgeous. That's so cute. I love, love, love these hand packages. I definitely want a Coco hand package next, because Serena is Serena is one of my favorite dolls to pose, because there's a whole story behind them. I'll post them one day, their stories, and she and Casey, so Starlight and Justice are best friends in my story. And I would definitely love to have some emoticons in her hands, basically. So then we have the victory hands. So this one would be on this side. Yes, this one would be on this side. Victory on this side. So she's just won the presidential race and she's happy. She's saying, yay for me, woohoo, go team. Okay, we got the meow meow, Isa Kitty meow meow hands. So she's either very excited and jumping up and down going, yay, we won, or she is pretending to be, what do they call it, Nico girls or something. You know, they have the prowess, and we're going to talk about that at the end because it's one of the dolls I want to know about. There we go, she's going kitty meow meow, she has some kitty ears, meow meow. Cute, I absolutely love it. So I am super excited. So these hands are in cinnamon. Obviously I can't get milk hands anymore, so Starlight is stuck emoting that way. As I said, I definitely want a cocoa. Maybe I'll get a different sort of hand pack for her. And so the only one I'll be missing is Monday's tea pack. But this gives me two options with two girls to change their faces around. However, we need to get her socks on. You thought I'd forgotten, hadn't you? Yeah, well, I had. I had forgotten about the socks. I was so looking at her schnuggly top, thinking how schnuggly she looks, how cute, that I completely forgot that this is a full schnuggly one with socks. Alright, I don't really need to worry too much if I get her heels semi-dirty. It's definitely going to be easier having my hand free for that. Perfect! And we'll do the same with this one. It was a glove issue. It was just I wasn't getting the grip underneath. So, we'll put this one on. You definitely need, the thing is, it's the heel part. You need the grip to pull that sock to give it a bit of a stretch to get it there. Once it's there, it's fine. You're pretty much pulling the sock to her toe on the corner and then pulling it up. Perfect. Get that big bit around the heel. Now, one thing I noted when I was looking at the site after I knew what I was getting for Valentine's Day is these apparently are not easy to wear with the Smart Doll shoes. I'll get my gloves on, push them on, and we'll try them with the Smart Doll heels because I can understand why boots can't get on here. This will actually, this part here, this big bulbous bit here, would actually make it very annoying to put boots on. But they may work with the Smart Doll heels. I know heels sounds terrible with socks, but I'm just going to try them out of interest. Okay, so this is an official Smart Doll effectively plastic shoe. Now I don't like them much as the boots which I have on Serena, designed by Danny Choo. I think they are very basic, but they are on the cheaper end as well for, you know, Smart Doll clothing. I'm going to try it on this socked shoe, see if it goes on. Okay, yeah. Basically these are socks, well, not shoes. Oh, sorry, my darling, I'm showing you undies there. Nah, it's all getting bunged up there. The socks are thick and they're made just basically to be socks. You know, there is a warning on the site, don't try them with shoes, and you'll have to respect that. Let's have a look at, I was about to say Serena. Let's have a look at Genesis looking snuggly. So I've put Genesis into a pose which I imagine is basically, well, what I do on the Sunday sometimes. I lay down on the bed, I put my legs up in the air, I'm laying on my tummy, and I'm reading a magazine. Maybe she's checking out her do's and don'ts. But she looks gorgeous. Now I've also posed her in a way, and I generally don't like to do these things, but I've posed her in a way to emphasize how you can see the push-up bra. So you can see there that she has some cleavage. It is definitely oomph in your face. She is looking confident with herself. She is looking basically very, very relaxed. This is a gorgeous outfit. Now this Smart Doll outfit is actually on the cheaper side. You can go from the very expensive, which is the schoolgirl outfit here was, post-apocalyptic schoolgirl that Serena's going on for. You can go custom. This is Too Cute from the Etsy store, Too Cute Club. So you can go custom, again, very expensive. Or, you know, here's another Smart Doll one. The pants and top tend to be more expensive than this. So you can have a whole outfit. You don't have to go incredibly expensive. You can go for something which is quite cheap. The yellow wool one is quite cheap as well. Well, cheap relative to Smart Doll. You know, someone's going to say, are you kidding me? But relative, it's all about relevance. Cheap relative to Smart Doll. Isn't Genesis beautiful? I'm so incredibly happy. So as for a name, I have selected a name. It came down to 2 and it came to a majority vote within the family. It was between Bree and Josie won. This is now Smart Doll Genesis, aka Josie. She is going to have a backstory to her, and I think I'm going to make her very energetic, very out there, confident, mature woman. Not like Casey, space head. Casey is my space head. Say hello, Casey. Hello. So now, if that was the opening of Genesis, I'm now going to do a comparison to the other dolls. If you aren't interested in that, thank you for watching. This is Smart Doll Genesis. If you're curious in the skin tones and the differences in the face, stick with me. I'll point them out in a moment. So I'm going to do the 3 skin tones here. Casey is Milk, which is actually the lightest skin tone. It's very pale. Suits the option Milk. Unfortunately, Milk is no longer produced, so it's not worth me really comparing her here. This is now the lightest skin tone, which is Cinnamon. It has more of a peach to pink hue in the skin. It's a lot more natural, to be honest. Casey is a bit pasty, a bit pale white ghosty sort of thing. You know, very anime and that sort of stuff. So I consider the Cinnamon skin tone more natural, more real. Monday is Tea, which is the in-between skin tone, more like my son. My daughter's more Milk, Milk to Cinnamon, whereas my son is more a Tea. He's got that tan in his skin, so that's that color there. And the darkest skin tone is Cocoa, which Serena's lost her hair. Sorry, sweetheart. That's all right. You look beautiful bald anyway. Next, let's look at their eyes. So, looking at Genesis's eyes, I'm going to put Moment here too. There are really 2 types of eyes in Smart Doll. There is, I know he says the realistic and the more anime style. To me, they're all kind of verging on the anime style. There's just different levels of anime where to me, there's 2 types. There's the mature closed eye, such as these ones here. I call this the mature closed eye, or the very open, innocent kind of anime style here, which is what Cassie has. So the very open eye and Monday. Serena is a mix between the 2. So Moment and Genesis, I consider the closed eye option. Sorry if I'm getting in the way. Serena's semi-closed eyes. And then there's Monday and Casey, who I consider the anime open eyes. Now, for differences, you can see that Starlight has, I'm going to go to their models now, refer to them as their models, has a lot of eyelashes, a lot of detail. Her black is quite dominant around there, a lot of lines. Whereas Monday has a lot more shorter lines and eyelashes. And of course, she has the nostrils. And her nose is quite dominant on her face. Casey, you can kind of lose the nose on. It's just a little hill in the middle of her face there. Whereas Monday has more of a mountain. Genesis, she's a bit more of a mountain than a hill, so she has a bigger nose. And as I said before, she has hardly any eyelashes. Now Serena has, I think she has some eyelashes at the side. Yes, she does. She has none on the top, but she has some more eyelashes at the side. Have a look at Genesis. There's one Egyptian flick. Serena has flicks in the inner part of her eye and the outer part. Coming down to Moment here, you can see that she has eyelashes on the top. So Moment, Monday have eyelashes on the top. Whoops, get that in focus. Whereas Starlight, Genesis, and Justice have flicks on their outside. The mouths are different as well. As you can see with Moment, she has a semi-open mouth. She is my only girl with an open mouth. Serena has a very small mouth and no way dominant on her face. I consider the same with Moment. It's not really dominant on her face. And Starlight. But with Monday and Genesis here, they have loud, puckery lips. So their mouth makes up a big part of their face. Going on to the eyebrows, Monday has quite a surprise. She's just got a single flick there, much like Moment. But the thing you've got to keep an eye on is the extra lines. So she doesn't have a line up here. Starlight has a line there, and she has a line that's basically drawn right across her eyelid there. Little lines here for Genesis, and her eyebrows go skinny, thick in the middle, then skinny again. Serena's is very basic. Moments is very basic. But if you look at Starlight's, it's two-tone. There's actually a darker tone with a very small black line in the middle there. So this is where I'm saying you can look at them and say, oh, they're all anime girls. And I know my best friend does this. He says, they all look the same to me. They don't. When you have them together, you can see the personalities and the differences in the dolls. A lot of the time, I think the issue is when people are doing openings, their cameras, a lot of doll openings, and I have a few that I watch that tend to be the smaller, the smaller channels and all that sort of stuff. Their camera isn't too good, so it doesn't pick up these tiny little things. You've got to really put it, on my ones you can put it in 1080 HD and you can check out those tiny things. And of course the girls, you've got to put them in clothing to reflect who they are. So that is a show of the skin tones from the discontinued very white to the now lighter cinnamon to the tea to the cocoa. Now on to what happens next. So I'm truly in a bit of a state at the moment, as my friend has said that he wants to buy me a new smart doll and I can't decide which one I want to buy. Now that I have Genesis, I have picked out 3 smart dolls from the 3 different skin tones. I want your opinion on which one you think I should get next, or which one you'd like to see open next. From the cinnamon range, I have picked Felicity. She is a, I'd say dark grey with dark grey eye. Very anime eye style doll. You can check her out on the website. So she's who I've chosen from the cinnamon tone. She will be my 3rd cinnamon girl. From the cocoa dolls, which will be my 2nd cocoa doll, I have chosen Reflection. I love my ancestry is from the islands, from Fiji. They've got family over there. She to me has a very island look to her. Islander look to her. I love her wavy hair. I love her face. I love the look of her. I actually used to know a girl in my classroom who looks very much like Reflection. So she is who I've picked from the cocoa range. And then from the tea range, I have 2 options of dolls that I would like. I tend to like them to look like people, well, anime people, more than mystical creatures. But I will consider if there's a lot of interest in prowess, because the tea prowess I actually find the most striking out of those options available at the moment. So I might consider her, or I will consider the Athena with purple hair. So there's 2 options that fit more into the not so realistic range for me. I'm I'm more into the dolls that I can make human personalities for. But those are the options. I'm happy with any of them. I'm curious if you guys have an interest or if there's another one that you like yourself. I mean, in the end, it's really going to come down to what my best friend yays or nays. But let's just hope that I can influence him in some way. Either way, I'm happy with my new girls because honestly, this is my 5th smart doll and I am super duper excited and so thankful for my friends and family. I'm gonna cry. I'm always humbled by my wonderful people I have in my life. I am very thankful to God for all of them. That is enough rambling. Thank you so much for listening, guys. I hope you enjoyed the opening. I'm sorry I'm an old woman. I ramble like an old woman. I'm a mum. If you could do what Genesis is doing here, she's already prepared herself for a thumbs up. She's a beautiful doll. I have no complaints. She's gorgeous. She is exactly what I wanted, which was a mature looking, semi-mysterious looking girl. Cute. And she's right next to my first ever smart doll in the milk. He's so cute too. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you in the next video, guys. Sorry I can't upload as much as I used to, but I'll keep chugging away when I can, if I can. See you in the next video. Bye bye.